Hey, it's Michael Weiss, and welcome to Weiss's Wednesday. Yes, today we're going to talk about the client replacement versus the client accumulation business. Now, these are terms that really I've made up, so they probably don't make sense to anyone until we go deep dive. Now, what is client replacement business? Now, the client replacement business, it sounds like, okay, I'm going to replace clients. And in fact, yes, that is true. And that is a crappy, terrible, bad business model. So I experienced this business model back in the 80s and 90s when I was a stockbroker. So you got trained as a young little punk stockbroker in 1987 when I started that you must open 10 new accounts every month. If you do that, your business will go like this. You will make $250,000 or $500,000, virtually guaranteed if you do the right thing and you bust your ass. Now, how did they come up with that number, 10? Why wasn't it 5? Well, the reason why it wasn't 5 is because as a stockbroker, you're constantly losing customers. So as long as you bring in more customers each month than you're losing, your business will go like this. At 5, you're done, out of business. Now, that business is a little different than the online business because you're in a one-to-one conversation and you actually build relationships with people. When we're talking about the client replacement business online, it's even worse. And the reason why is because none of us have any real relationship with a buyer who buys one of our products. So they go online, they find a course for $500, $1,000, or $200,000. They put their credit card in, and voila, we get a little ping on our phone. Boom, new client. We're excited. Why? Money in. Name, John Smith. Email johnsmith@gmail.com. For most of us, that's the extent of it. We hope that they get an outcome, and we actually don't even know much about them. Now, here's the thing. If you fall into the averages of client completion, which is 3% for business opportunity, 4 to 6% for Harvard, Yale, MIT, the MOOCs, the best instructors at Udemy, with 30 million students and 40,000 instructors, the best instructors only get 8% completion rates, personal development's at 12%. If you're in those averages, think about for every 100 new customers that come in, 3 to 12 are getting an outcome. That means 80 or 90 are failing. So what's the model? You are forced every month to spend more on advertising, more on webinars, more on affiliate marketing, more on direct mail, more to get better at marketing. Why? To bring in more than you're losing. That's the client replacement business, and it sucks, particularly since the cost to acquire a customer is very high and the cost is only going higher. So if you're relying on a first purchase to be successful in business, you're screwed. You'll be out of business eventually. Now, what is the client accumulation business? That is when we focus on the student outcome, and instead of 3 to 12%, we get 40, 50, 60, 70, 80% of our clients completing our courses, which our clients get those numbers. Now, for every 100 new clients that come in, 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 are getting an outcome. What does that mean? Well, it's, for instance, let's take an example. If you are a consumer, say I used to buy Hugo Boss suits, fit me perfect off the rack. I went in, I bought one, I loved it, I got compliments. Guess what? Next quarter, they didn't have to sell me on buying the next suit. I had a great outcome, I bought more. That's human nature. So if we are producing outcomes 40, 60, 80% or 40, 60, 80 out of 100 people like, wow, that was a great course, I learned a lot, I can make a difference in my life, they will literally buy everything that you have. And what that means is you're accumulating clients. So even if you actually are constant on the number of clients that you bring in every month, say 100, but 60 or 80 are staying, your business will skyrocket. And that is the big difference between the client replacement business and the client accumulation business. Now we have entire courses, methodologies, coaching programs, and what we do is specifically work with our clients to get everyone into the accumulation business. So the details on how to do it, that's a whole nother story. I'll see you on the next Weiss's Wisdom.